Good morning, or good afternoon, or even good evening, depending on what time you're watching this. I think I've bought the cheapest Mini Cooper S in the country. Maybe not, but it was still cheap nonetheless. So I've joined the Copart crew and jumped on their website. Seen a few people buying a few crash damaged cars over the lockdown period, and before that, to be honest. Had a squiz around, had a look, educated myself with how it all works, with the fees and delivery, and not to get caught with a snotter. Anyway, this one car came up, the Mini, ticked all the boxes, went for cheap money, low mileage, category S. I thought, do you know what, I'll take a punt, we'll buy it, we'll fix it, we'll put it back on the road, and of course we'll mod it. I can't leave anything alone. So yeah, when the car turned up, it couldn't drive. Damage was on the near side front. The only thing holding the wheel on really was hopes and dreams. Everything else had snapped off, apart from the suspension strut. So last week I spent the week rebuilding the front end, correcting the damage, dropped the subframe, fixed a load of oil leaks, did a little bit of research on the car itself. Of course, it came with no service history, but it had a little sticker on the front of the engine saying it had been serviced by this garage in Cardiff. So I rang them. They give me a breakdown of what they've done to it, and it turns out just before it's crashed, it had quite a bit of money spent on it. So yeah, so after doing all the repairs I needed to do, what have I replaced? I've replaced the lower arm, track rod ends, put some coilovers on it, etc, etc. I'll explain all that when we get to the car. I'll do a quick walk around, you can have a look at it. Since finishing all the repairs, it's now at a friend's body shop, Kev Snugs, just there, look. He's had it since last Wednesday. Originally, obviously because it's been in a crash, it needed a bonnet and a bumper. What's going on here? Anyway, it needed a bonnet and a bumper, so I bought them off eBay, 150 quid, sent straight to me mate Kev. I thought as well, he might as well paint them while I'm, you know, repairing the car, save sending the car to him. Anyway, me being me, since then, yeah, I've agreed to a respray, haven't I? I say I haven't agreed to a respray. I wanted a respray. No, I didn't want a respray, but it's having one anyway. Since inspecting the car, it's the passenger door has a slight dent, and the near side rear underneath the light where the metal panel goes round, it's got a dent there. So, you know, I've got a nice new shiny front end, new bumper and bonnet, and then I've got like 2 dents in the, just no, OCD, it ain't happening, send it off to paint. So it's gone to me mate Kev Snugs, like I said. He owns Auto Impact Designs, I think he's in Bicester. Top lad, he's done a lot of work for me in the past, him and Daz have. He's painted my old white T5 front end, did a bad boy bonnet on that. He's painted the engine bay of my RS Turbo. He's painted this T6 front end when I swapped it over from carbon fibre front end back to a normal front end. Just all round top guy, genuinely nice chap, and a fucking good painter. So yeah, we're off there today. I wanted to get involved in everything I can possibly do with the car, so he said come over, you can help me rub it down, do a few repairs, maybe even paint it a little bit, we don't know yet. So if I'm brave enough, probably will be, fuck it, why not, it's only a Mini. So yeah, we're going to go over there today. I'm going to record a bit of the process. I currently have 2.5 projects going on at the minute, half being this T6. There's nothing really left to do on it, but I'm sure I'll find something to mess around with, change. This has recently been up for sale. If you follow me on Instagram, you can probably see that this has recently been up for sale. It's been up with Exclusive Automotive for about 12 weeks. Probably the wrong time of year to be putting something so expensive up for sale. But I went and picked it up a couple of weeks ago, or last week, and yeah, I like it too much, don't I? So I think the problem was I bought it, it got built. Well, the audio went in it, changed a few things. Did one show at Ultimate Dubs. Country went into lockdown, and it's just sat on my driveway ever since. And yeah, it's just one of them, isn't it? You just sits there doing nothing. You kind of just think it's a lot of money to having something that's not moving about. So, but anyway, when I decided to sell, I went up to Exclusive Motors. They put it up for sale, took some wicked pictures, front page BWT mag, and I was like, do you know what? I don't want to sell it. But anyway, I've got a 1988 RS Turbo. I've had that for many years. That's an ongoing project. That's currently up with Norris Motorsport. It's actually been off the road for the past 3 years, waiting on an engine, but it's up at Norris Motorsport at the minute, having its new lug put in and AEM management, digital dash. Probably going to be running about 400 brake horsepower, so I am going to document that as well, because there's still a lot to go on that. And then, of course, I've got the Mini. The Mini was a purchase through lockdown, just after Christmas. I just needed something. The van was away, the RS Turbo was up at Norris Motorsport, and I found myself just twiddling my thumbs. So I just needed something to mess about with, to modify, just to keep me busy, take my mind off work. And being off work, I mean, I'm not going back till the 13th of April, which is another 6 weeks. So yeah, it'll keep me busy. It wasn't too expensive. The parts are cheap. The modification parts are even fairly cheap, so I thought, why not? Let's mod a Mini. And you know, what's the intentions with it? I ain't got a fucking clue at the minute, but we'll just mod it and see where we get with it. I know I'm not going to make me money back. I haven't done it for that. I've just done it sheerly to keep me sane, a bit of fun while I'm off. Let's zip over there and have a look at it. So here she is. I've had to keep the engine running because the battery was a little bit flattish on starting it up. There she is, 2003 Cooper S. It's the Supercharged R53. So that's where it's took the impact. This is all a brand new front panel on here, brand new rad. New disc and pads on it. Had a new drive shaft lower arm. I've boshed some coilovers on it, so some tie rods. Anything suspension wise basically has been completely replaced on this side. Anyone knows these Minis, it's probably easier to, well, it is easier to drop the subframe, which I did. While I dropped the subframe, there was a power steering leak, so I had to replace a new pipe. And there was a leak behind the engine with the oil filter housing gasket, so it's had all new oil and filter and all sorts of shit going on in there. I am going to mod the engine, but I'd rather get it all fixed up first. I am going to put a new intercooler on it, new HT leads and ram air and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, so damage wise, there is a dent there. I mean, the camera's going to pick it up. See a dent there, that was what I was on about earlier. And there's a bit of an issue here as well. So yeah, because we're doing the bonnet and bumper, it just didn't make sense to just do the door and nothing else, to be honest. I mean, these greys are quite hard to match above these trims. Everything's alright, just needs a good polish, to be honest. This side's actually alright. To be honest, for a 2003, 88,000 miles, the bodywork is actually pretty good. A couple of little bits out here, it's a bit dusty, you can't really see, there's a couple of little creases there, but yeah, we're going to fix them today. This one here is going to be pulled. Kev's going to do a bit of a pull on that, and we'll bosh a bit of filler in there. Do a bit of a pull on that, bosh a bit of filler in there and all. But yeah, should be sweet. Another little cheeky mod I've got for it is the aero side sills. Instead of the black ones that go there, because they're shit. These, to be fair, they're fucking expensive, but massive game changer, I think. I just want to bosh that up, see if that fits nice. Just offer it up. Look at that. Game changer, man. Love it. Fits like a glove. You know the wheels, they're shit, they're going. They get some OZs on there. I've still yet to do the rear pads and discs and stuff like that as well. And also as well, in Copart, I think they're known for this with the Minis, when they pick up the rear, or they pick up with a forklift, I can get the camera under there, but they always bend the rear arms. I can't really see, but yeah, the lower arms are bent, so it's just another excuse to put some cameras on there. This was the donor bonnet that I bought off eBay. Obviously didn't see it before I bought it. It's got a couple of issues. It's got a dent here, dent there, not too bad though. Had a bit of a dent here which Kev's whacked out with hammer, and obviously the stickers, which was an absolute arse to get off. but they're off. Underneath that's just been scotched. So yeah, just rubbing it down with an 80 now. So that is about where we got to. Probably noticed I'm wearing the same clothes and I'm in the same van and I'm in the same position. That's because it's taken me 2 takes to get this fucking video out, get it right after editing it. But that generally is basically where we got to on prepping it, etc. Since that, Kev is now in primer. The bonnet's primed, the repairs are primed. There was only 4 repairs on it, to be honest, and for a 2003 I think that's good going. So yeah, all that's done. All the bits and bobs have been repaired, primed. I'm going back over on Monday, and which is only 3 days away from now. Hopefully get a bit of paint on it. I may colour change it, but I'm really struggling what colour to do. I know a safe colour, but I'm really struggling to actually pick a colour because it's only half a car really, because from the trim lines and on the window upwards it's black. So I'm thinking grey. Well, it's grey anyway, but like a Nardo grey. I know everyone does that colour, but it's kind of a safe colour. To be honest, I think it looks pretty cool. Or maybe a chalk grey, which is a Porsche colour. I don't know. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you think. If you've watched the end, thank you very much. Hopefully they'll be regular and hopefully I can get used to talking to the camera. Like, subscribe, share, all that. Follow me at Instagram. Yeah, see you in the next one.